In a city still on edge, the sight of exposed guns causing fear and concern.
It just feels unnecessary to me. Like, concealed, I understand, but that is just excessive. I don't understand the point.
Texas is an open carry state, and walking around like this is legal. But in the last few days, their actions have drawn criticism.
They will make an issue out of it, flip you off.
Here at last week's Black Lives Matter rally, 20 to 30 men were seen with rifles strapped to their backs, wearing gas masks and bulletproof vests. And when shots were fired, confusion about who was responsible and how many shooters. This man carrying an AR-15 was identified as a suspect. The Dallas PD tweeting, "This is one of our suspects. Please help us find him." Marquez turned himself in to police. He was later cleared and released.
Immediately, I flagged down a police officer.
He was allowing himself to carry an arm, a firearm, but that's his constitutional right.
Dallas Police Chief David Brown said open carry laws blur the line between potential suspects and the marchers.
When people have AR-15 slung over and shootings occur in a crowd and they begin running, we don't know if they're the shooter or not.
It's very easy to tell who the bad guy is and the good guy is because the good guy has the rifle on his back, not pointed at you firing. Grisham
is a 20-year Army veteran and father of 3.
In combat, I had no problem discerning who was the enemy, and everybody had guns. All it takes is a little bit of analysis and good training.
He may be critical of police, but he's not quick to support movements like Black Lives Matter.
What's wrong with the Black Lives Matter movement is that we're minimizing the other people who are being killed by police officers unjustifiably.
And Grisham says, like Alton Sterling and Philando Castile, he's been there, under the barrel of a police officer's gun, fearing for his life.
Oh, hey, no, don't defer me, man. Hey,
he says this traumatic event in 2013, caught on police patrol dash cam, was the spark that ignited Open Carry Texas.
I was arrested. My son and I were going on a hike.
Grisham says he brought along that rifle strapped across his chest to protect them from wild animals.
About halfway through our hike, a police officer approached.
Some reason why you have this? Because I can. Well, okay.
Since carrying a rifle is legal, even without a license, Grisham believes what happened next was illegal.
Oh, hey, no, don't defer me, man. Hey,
and at that point, he pulled his gun, stuck it to my head, and threw me into the car.
His son Chris also videotaped the arrest. His father charged with interfering with the police officer and taken to jail.
Hey, now I'm going to do everything you say. Hey, dude!
You know, my son had to watch this whole thing.
When we first met Grisham 2 years ago, he told us he was still battling the demons from his tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. The arrest, his first time in jail, he said, triggered one of the worst episodes of PTSD he's ever endured.
You know, I've always been a gun rights advocate, but this turned me into an activist.
How long are you keeping me in jail for?
Grisham walked away with his life, and a mission, a movement was born. The goal to expand open carry rights in the state of Texas. At the time, it was only legal to openly carry so-called long guns like AR-15s. State law prohibited the open carry of handguns. But just last year, the law passed, giving Texans with a permit the right to open carry handguns. While fighting for those gun rights in 2014, Grisham invited me along to a rally in San Antonio.
There are folk in the country who are carrying, right?
I realize that there are people that have what I call an irrational fear of guns.
He stressed the fact that he always calls ahead to alert police about their marches. We met nearly 24 well-armed supporters, from retirees to children, men and women, gun lovers of every race.
So often when these kinds of events are covered by the media, right? I may see this gentleman, I may see that gentleman, but I don't see you there.
My house was robbed by 5 guys about 4 months ago. The police did nothing. So therefore, I think it's my duty to protect my family. Crime really has no color.
Open carry members waved, passing out flyers on one of San Antonio's busiest intersections. Most motorists are supportive, but some.
What do you think of these guys? Hi.
Nuts. What do you think?
I'm a journalist. I'm here getting people's opinion.
Away.
Even if you took all the guns away, if guns had never even been invented, people will still commit evil against other people. There's more people that are killed by hammers and clubs and fists than by firearms.
Actually, the latest FBI data shows that firearms are responsible for 68% of homicides in this country. Clubs and fists, 9%. But America's gun debate is far more than statistics. It's emotion. It's culture. Horrific headlines, mass murders that can easily be explained away, from Dallas to Orlando, and in Baton Rouge. Last week, I encountered another open carry advocate outside the Triple S Mart, where Alton Sterling was shot and killed by police.
Tell me the weapons you have with you and why.
Here, it's a Glock 40, a self-compact Glock 40, right? And this is an AR-15 pistol.
Why is it necessary to walk around?
It's not necessary. It's one of the reasons that I do it because it's an education thing. A lot of our youth also feel like they need to protect themselves, and in a lot of cases, they may go get weapons that come off the street or something like that, not knowing that they can have a weapon that's legal.
But gun control advocates and some political leaders strongly disagree, saying that more guns is not the solution.
We flood communities with so many guns that it is easier for a teenager to buy a Glock than get his hands on a computer or even a book.
And with the Republican convention ahead in Ohio, a state with no open carry regulation, tensions are high. Some worry about visitors and protesters bringing firearms to the city. For Nightline, I'm Byron Pitts in Dallas.
Up next, which one is the real Kim Kardashian? And that's not Bradley Cooper. The bizarre doppelganger phenomenon. How to find your look-alike. I know someone who could be your identical twin. Well, you might just have a doppelganger out there somewhere, a perfect stranger who could pass for a twin separated at birth. Here's another look at a way to help you find out with just a few clicks of the mouse.
Are you two twins?
Meet Maddie and Amber. The pair look like twins, but believe it or not, they're complete strangers.
No, we're not even related.
No, you're kidding me. They're doppelgangers, a mysterious phenomenon in which two people look nearly identical. Sometimes they're entirely unrelated. Who can forget these bearded redheads who found each other on the same plane? Even celebrities seeing double. Adam Sandler met his doppelganger on the red carpet, inviting him to the premiere of his movie, The Do-Over.
He's a younger, better-looking version of him.
Kim Kardashian has even posed for a selfie with her doppelganger. But being a celebrity lookalike isn't all glitz and glamour. Mario Licata looks so much like Shia LaBeouf, he was punched in the face. Folklore has it that we each have 7 lookalikes in the world.
This lovely girl named Louisa got in touch on the site.
Dublin native Niamh Gainey is working to prove that theory.
Oh my god. Hello.
She's already met 3 of her own doppelgangers.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Her very first meetup went viral and has now been viewed more than 8 billion times. Since then, Niamh's become a doppelganger detective of sorts.
These are all the filtered matches.
Co-founding the website twinstrangers.com to help others in their search.
I think people want to find their twin strangers out of curiosity. You know, it's not a burning desire to find someone who looks like you. It's more like, oh yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be fun.
And how many matches have you been able to make?
So we have over 1 million people registered to the website, and it's growing every day. And we have thousands of matches. So you put in your username, whatever, and you upload 2 pictures.
She shows us how the matches work.
This is twin search. So these are all the people who have selected the exact same facial features as me.
I see.
I'm Sarah. I'm a 17-year-old from Sweden.
Niamh's even bringing together people from all over the world to meet face to face.
I signed up to twinstrangers.com about a month ago.
Like Shannon from Ireland and Sarah from Sweden.
Hi. Oh my god. Nice to meet you. Oh my god, you look so like me. I can't believe I met my twin stranger.
And here in the U.S., Ambra and Jennifer meet for the first time in Houston, Texas.
I love it. Twin strangers bond very quickly because they're looking at a face they've been looking at their whole life. It's familiar to them. I live in Tacoma, Washington. My name's Amber Eckhart from Perth, Western Australia.
We wanted to see the doppelganger bond up close and personal, so Nightline paired up with twinstrangers.com to go behind the scenes of one of their meetups, bringing Amber from Perth, Australia, and Maddie from Tacoma, Washington, together here in L.A. And when we met in person, even I was confused.
Hi, how are you? Hi! You're like double trouble. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Amber.
Amber?
Maddie.
Maddie. You guys are adorable.
Nice to meet you.
And whose idea was the purple?
Maddie's.
I want to know the first reaction when you saw the photo of each other on the site.
I never really met anyone that looked like me, so seeing her picture is kind of weird, because that was the first time I'd ever seen anyone that even looked like remotely similar to me.
Much less dead ringer.
Yeah, they sent me a photo of Maddie to ask if I thought we were similar or anything, and the kind of top half of her face started loading, and I actually thought it was a picture of me. And then the rest loaded, and I was like, oh, wow, that's insane.
What piqued your curiosity? Because there are an equal number of people who are thinking, no, I would never want to meet somebody who looks like me.
I just thought it'd be fun. Why not? See if there's someone that's out there.
And not creepy. Fun, not creepy.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Were there any freak out moments?
There's been moments where we go to like do the same thing at the same time, like tuck our hair at the same time, or go to take a bite of our food at the same time. And
just before, when we were eating breakfast together, everyone freaked out because we ate something the same way.
Like twins separated at birth.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tell me a little bit about what you do for a living, what kind of background you've had.
I cut hair for a living. I did learn some makeup in cosmetology school, and that's what she does, and we graduated the same year out of that.